Hello everyone, welcome back to Donna Dreams. It is your lady Ms.Z. Thank you so much for tuning into another video. Welcome back. If you're new, please make sure that you like and subscribe and comment below if this video resonates with you. If you would like to book a reading with me, you can go to donnadreams.com. That is also where you will find my handmade products, indigenous products that I make for healing and ancestral tools. Right now, I'm pretty much restocked on all oils and everything like that. So if you need oils, Agun oil, attraction oil, if you need a breath of spirit oil, that is where for psychic abilities to enhance that. I have that also on the shop, and I actually put some on before I did this reading. Another thing is dream catchers. I also have made, I've made a few. It takes like some days to make certain dream catchers, so that's why it takes me a long time. But yes, I have some of those up. They will be signed copies, so get that while it's available. Another thing is ancestral beads. I am working on those, so you'll see a few in the shop, but I don't have many, and I'll go into another video to explain everything. It's going to be explained in the description, but I plan on making a video also to explain to you the meanings of the beads. But yes, get that while it's available too. Another thing I want to go over, last announcement, is the divination class. The divination class that you'll see on my website was already pre-recorded, so it's just something that came from the live that I did. Now it's been a year, so and it's powerful. It's a powerful class because I just reviewed it the other day. I was like, wow, you know, it's good stuff in here. But it's about 2 hours long, 2 hours worth of content, and this is something that I did, and I did not have any plans on releasing the class, and a lot of people were emailing me about it, but I was just like, no, you know. But now I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, you know, you better you get it from me than some of these people out here. No shade, but I really feel like you can find a lot of sacred information about divination in that class. Now, it's not a tarot class, okay? So just, you know, be mindful of that. It's not a tarot class to teach you tarot. You don't have to know the tarot to take the class. It's more so to inform you. It's to give you tips and tricks in order to develop your intuition. It's going to teach you more about the practice as a whole and how to make it sacred for you, if you plan on taking it seriously or if you're just doing it for yourself, okay? And it's a real good class because, I mean, even like right now I still learn something from it, so I'm very surprised. But yes, the class has finally been released. It is for playback, so what you do is you'll purchase it and then you will receive a link to your email or download, however which way you do it. You can download it from the website once you purchase it, or you can download it from your email. Once you download it, you're going to receive like a Word document, and from there should be a hyperlink, and you click on the link. Now if the link don't work, all you have to do is copy the link and put it in the web address, and then it will take you directly to where you need to go to see the playback of the live, okay? But yes, there's a lot of information in there, so get it while it's available, especially if you are wanting to be a more mature reader, okay? And I'll have more classes on there. You know, I plan on doing more in the future. But anyway, let's get to this session. We'll talk about that in another video. And I'm going to bend the things down here, but I'm going to show you what your choices are. So this is going to be a reading on what's keeping you stagnant on your spiritual journey, okay? So the first card, well, actually, you're going to pick from 3 cards, okay? And then I'm just going to free shuffle like I always do, but you're going to pick from 3 cards. So I just want you to look at the images. This is going to be for group 1. Let's see if I can get that to focus a little bit. Okay. Group 2. Beautiful, beautiful images. Okay. Group 3. Let's see if I can get focus on grandma here. All right, so I'm gonna go over that one more time. Group 1, group 2, or group 3. All right, so if you picked your person 1, 2, or 3, we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you need more time, please pause the video. So let me bend the camera a little bit lower here. I don't know if I can get it low as I want it to go. How low can you go? Can you go down low? All the way to the floor. Okay. All right, so for those of you who picked group one, we're gonna see what is keeping you stagnant on your spiritual journey. So I can back that up just a little bit there. Ooh, let's get you. I think that's low enough. Those of you who chose group one, we'll put group two and group three right there. Matter of fact, I need to look at them while I'm doing the reading. Okay. This is definitely a protector spirit. And funny, his name is the wolf. He looks like he's guarding something. He looks like he's protecting something. He's also someone that looks like he kind of learns things, not to say it's a good or bad way. He may learn things through challenges. So let's see. This card wants to come out here. And I'm just going to turn them over when I need to because I got to be able to see the cards. Got deception falling on the floor here. Okay, let's see what we got on the table. Okay, so I'm saying a couple things here. So the first thing, and you're going to take what resonates with you. The first thing you have is, well, you have this all the way around the board. And if you hear something popping, that's that candle. Okay. Yeah. What's up, ancestors? Okay, so anyway, you have hidden stuff, things that are unseen to you. You also have be watchful, stay guarded. You have no drama. You have let go, it has served its purpose. You have being woke. Some of you, let me stop right there and say that some of you are very spiritual people. But number one, you do need to keep your guard up around energies that no longer serve you. Also being careful with what energy you allow into yours. This wolf spirit here is a protector of family, of his tribe, things that he holds sacred. And he has learned, throughout his progress, what he wants to deal with and what he does not need to deal with. With you being woke at this point, that means that you can notice symbols and signs within everything that exists. Now, I know some of you are still in the process of learning things, but this is a well advanced card to say that, hey, at least now you're taking notice to things. I always like this card because it represents taking notice to the ancestors on the wall. And one thing that triggered me today was watching a film, and it was about our ancestors who experienced slavery, and they had to, they were imprisoned just to kind of keep them within that same trade. That when they were released, they still weren't really released, even though when there was freedom, there still were a lot of mishaps right after that happened, basically. I'm trying to formulate my words to say it, but basically working in the coal mines, working on the railroads, all those things. You have ancestors who actually built the railroads and stuff like that. And, we can just go down that railroad and not think nothing of it. But this person right here, they acknowledge that there was an ancestor that built that. There was somebody who had to go through things in order to get here. So what I'm leading back to say is you are very wise. So there's no reason for you to continue to deal with certain things or act like you don't see it. And that is in the good and in the bad ways, because no drama represents certain energies trying to come in and conflict your journey. And one thing I noticed is freedom. You needing freedom or wanting to have freedom. So this is going to serve people in two different ways. For some of you, this could be freedom from a job position. For some of you, this could be a freedom of thought, completely just being who you are. Because you have this card right here, ashamed of you. Let's see what else you got on table here. Indecisive, leadership. So freedom fell right on top of leadership. Taking a leadership position in your life. For some of you, this is going to be transitioning into a business for you. And you being stagnant on your journey kind of represents you not necessarily going for what it is that you want. Stepping into the spotlight as a healer, or even just as a position in your life where you are seeking what you need. Because a spiritual journey just doesn't have to do with being spiritual. It could be other things too, because some of you are not going to take the spiritual path. But whatever path you're taking, this means that you need to free yourself from things that keep you stagnant. Free yourself from restraining your journey, basically. Don't let anything hold you back. Don't be ashamed of who you are and what you want to become this lifetime, especially due to others. Because I'm seeing some outside energy coming in, and this could come in the form of friends, it could come in the form of family, but they're telling you to protect your assets. They're telling you to protect everything that you've worked so hard to build. Protect your wisdom. Don't be indecisive about where you're going. So if you have plans on traveling, if you have plans on quitting your job within a year and starting your own business, or even, taking off somewhere where your career can take off, do it, okay? Do it. Don't go into the deception. Because deception is like, someone telling you, you know what, even though you said you was going to leave this job in a year and start your career, I want to give you a promotion. And you're like, oh, I'll take the promotion. It's going to pay me more. But, that's not really what I had planned. So I'm not saying that don't take the promotion and don't live your life. But what I am saying, for those of you who want to elevate on your spiritual journey, make sure that everything that you agree to is in alignment with where you want to go. Because you're woke now. You got better things to do. You have more things to see and people to heal. You've already started your spiritual journey. And again, last thing I'm going to say on this is the ashamed of you card in this position represents, again, coming out of that shell of yours. Be proud of the person that you are, and especially what you're doing to the community. Let go of that served its purpose represents anything that's toxic that you're trying to kind of allow into your life. Like, oh, I can deal with it. You know, if it caused you problems in the past, it's going to cause you problems now. And you have the energy of the warrior. So you need to be protecting everything that you have and not letting draining energies come in and zap that from you. Okay. All right. So that was number one. Okay, so for those of you who chose number two, let's get on it, okay? All right, let me look at it real quick here. She almost looks as if she's keeping secrets. It's almost as if she has like a shadow side to her. And what I mean by that is someone who may not speak on everything that they see. But I would still identify this person as someone who has seen a lot. All right. So let's see what's going on here. What's keeping you stagnant on that spiritual journey? Okay, that fell on the floor there, so we're gonna put that in there. You got a lot of little things falling on the floor, so there's a lot of things that don't want to be seen. Okay, collect that. Work with it. Yeah, see? Stuff just falling on the floor. All right, so we're going to leave it there, and we're going to get some additional guidance. I don't feel like I need anything else, so we're going to stop right there. Okay, so let's go in. Okay, so you have, let's see, it says you have the gift. You have the gift, work on it. So this is a very psychic child. And all indigenous children are, especially those raised with the tribe. So yes, they're going to be naturally gifted because they're in that environment, but it's showing you that you have the gift, work on it. So this to me symbolizes things coming in. And also for a lot of you, you may start to pick up on things that you haven't before. And it doesn't have to be something major, because a lot of you think, well, girl, I'm not picking up on nothing. But no, it could be something very, very small. It could be small signs that you receive that you're more so putting into perspective. Just like your dreams, you may kind of bypass your dreams. And I dream a lot, so I have issues with that too. Like, I know that all dreams are messages, but sometimes I get tired, especially when you dream in every single night, every time you take a nap. Like, I'm a very vivid dreamer, and I did have premonitions within dreams as well. So this is like taking notice to certain things, and may not be able to speak on it as much or be able to explain what you're going through, but this is a good indication that more gifts are coming to you at this time, especially if it's a child, because children, they're more able to, they may not be able to call out the gift, but they are very susceptible to gaining a lot of new gifts. So this is like you going back to your child form and, basically awakening some things within yourself. So now is a good time to work on your gifts. So your stagnation is really coming from needing to work on things, all right? You being stagnant in your progress is mainly because you may not take things, you may take it seriously, but there's still some things that you could be doing, right? So it's kind of like saying, you know what, I'm going to do some prayers or meditation, once a month. And you barely do that. So it's basically like take this time seriously, especially when you feel awakened, because you can easily lose that feeling of clarity. And I say that because based on the things that you intake in your body, the environment, sometimes, once you have that energy of receiving gifts, you want to keep it. That's basically what I'm saying. I don't ever feel like you can just lose your gifts completely, but it can kind of slow down or shut down on you. So you want to keep things fluid. So this is for you is actually spiritual. Now, a spiritual journey can also apply to other areas in your life. It doesn't have to just be. 1 second, guys. Okay, get off my screen. It doesn't just have to be spiritual, but for you in this reading, it's coming off very spiritual. So let's see. Let's go forward. So you have renewed and restored life. You also have, like my other group, be watchful, stay guarded. So this is also, I was gonna say that too. She look like she's picking up on energy. She's seeing energy on people and around people. Very careful who she's gonna be around and who she wants to touch. This is all I'm seeing. The spiritual jewelry too. Getting you some spiritual jewelry, some spiritual protection. As I told you guys before, I'm working on it, guys, because Lord have mercy, I have so many readings and stuff that I have to do. I barely have time. That's why I be like, when it's there, get it, because it's hard for me to come back to it. But regardless, spiritual jewelry is spiritual jewelry. So use what you got. All right. Okay, so you have be watchful, stay guarded. You also have waiting is coming, and you have higher forces at work, wish granted. You have some good things coming to you. The only thing I see you being so far stagnant in your spiritual journey is just with your development and practice, more so getting heavy into your practice. But higher forces at work, wish granted, that means good things are coming towards you. And you also have renewed and restored life. So a lot of new things are going to be coming into your life, and they're telling you waiting is coming. So this is something that you've been waiting on that's going to manifest for you. And they're telling you it's going to happen with the help of them. Okay, so you have, I pick up on the emotions of others. You have the ancestors card saying that we miss you, and you also have time prediction within weeks. So they're going to manifest something for you very quickly within some weeks' time. But you have, I pick up on the emotions of others. So don't she look like she's doing that? She's like, oh, I see the shadows around that person. Hopefully it's a good shadow. Okay. Hopefully it's good energy. But this is a person that's picking up on all things around them. So they're telling you need to start getting more acquainted with the energies that are around you. You need to start identifying what this is. The good from the bad, from a woman to a male, from masculine to feminine. Start playing those intuition games to really figure out what energies around you, even if you can't see the energy. Get tapped into your gifts. Don't just be walking around here blind, not knowing what's touching you and what's affecting you. You have the ability to know. So they're telling you get acquainted so that you know. And again, wear that protection jewelry so nothing can really get on to you that much, all right? You have the ancestors say that we miss you. So if you've been thinking about your ancestors, they are definitely near you and they are guiding you in this session. Okay, so we already did that card. So let me go to this. You have getting into balance with your life. So if you've been overworking yourself, you want to find balance, especially for your downtime and spiritual time. If you're not working on your spiritual gifts, a lot of times that means you may be a little bit too busy. So make sure you find a balance to where things work out for you and you can spend time developing. You have Father Sky. So this represents you're going to lead a lot of people. So we're counting on you to learn this information, okay? You also have growth. So regardless if you think that you're getting there or not, you are in a state of growth and it's time for growth, okay? It's not time to just be in the same position. We got to grow spiritually. This is what that means. All right, so that is the second one. And we're going to go on to the third. Last but not least. All right, so we're going on to Miss Grandma here. Princess Angeline. So we're going to see what her message is. What's keeping you stagnant on your spiritual journey? So let me look at her. She looks like one of them grandmamas that'll tell you about yourself. Keep you in check. Loving, but it keep you in check. Like, listen to me. Someone who is very, very wise. Okay. Ooh, wee. You know I was a snake when you took me in, honey. Okay. Let's get these last couple of cards. That's it. All right. Child. Okay, so we're going to keep those, and I'm going to stop there, and then we're going to pull something from this deck. All right, so we're going to stop there. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what she's talking about here. Okay, so the first candle we got, I'm not the first candle, the first card we got, but I see candle on here. Light one more candle. You have avoiding problems. Yeah, she's one who sees all. Like, she sees between the BS. Okay, you have let go, it will come back in time. You have haters in the building. Light one more candle, avoiding problems, let go, it will come back in time. So right now, what's keeping you stagnant on your spiritual journey? I see a couple of things coming up. One, we have a little bit of distractions because you have avoiding problems. So this means that if you're going through something, more so speak on it, reveal it, deal with it, okay? Don't get to a point where you're avoiding things, because this does keep you stagnant. When we overindulge, if you find yourself overindulging in anything, it could be as simple as shopping. If you're overindulging, say, hey, I'm going through something emotionally. Even if you can't figure it out, tell a friend, tell your partner, tell somebody. Just start talking to them to see if you can identify what it is. Because again, it comes in other forms. How you're feeling internally can come out in other forms. And you're like, gosh, I haven't smoked in weeks. Why all of a sudden I thought I quit? And you start back and you don't know why. It's always a reason to certain things. So address it. She's like, you know what? Address this, because I can see right through you. And this for you very well may be an ancestor, because it's more so not even coming off as just your energy alone. It's coming off like it's an elder that's watching over you, that can see when, okay, you know what? Take a look at your life. Take a step back and look at yourself and see what it is that's going on, because I'm here to help. Okay. And you also have haters in the building. So this is also a thing of, don't look at anybody else's progress, because you don't know who's looking at you. Somebody sees you as in a good position and that you are progressing in life. So don't let's say, oh, I'm not really getting anywhere with myself and my career and this and that. Well, somebody think you are. So I always say when this card, keep your head held high. Okay. Even if you feel like you're struggling, keep it held high, because you're going to figure it out. You were put in this position for a reason. This means stand tall. You're in a position of power, whether you think you are or you aren't, because somebody's watching you. And when somebody's watching you, you have to think, if they're sending negative energy and you're already at a low vibration, then it manifests itself in your life. So you got to try to stay in a more, at least a balanced vibration. You don't have to stay at the extremely high vibration, but try to stay in a balanced vibration to where, nothing really gets to you or brings you down to that really low level. But she is saying light one more candle. So this means the things that you're trying to manifest, if you don't see progress, light one more candle, do a little bit more spell work on it. Don't give up on what you're trying to do with yourself. Okay, so you have sights, vision, past, present, and future. That comes from that wisdom from that grandmother. You have a lot of wisdom, being able to see your future and tap into the past. Ooh-wee. Okay, you have seek a good shaman. For those of you who are trying to develop spiritually, it is time for you to start looking at some sacred healers, okay? Whenever I see that card, that means I need to be looking at some sacred healers. Now, like I said, most of the time, it's hard to find elders. I know that. So if you need to look through books, if you need to find some of these old teachers that may just kind of be in the background, she wants you to develop under an elder. Because like I said, she's a person that has a lot of wisdom to show you. And she's going to show you through stories, through dreams. She's going to show you through like this quest for more knowledge. So if you feel like you're at a place where, things are kind of dry spiritually and you don't know where to go next, go down to the sacredness. The shaman could also be your grandmother if you let her tell you some stories. If you guys have a living grandmother, you can also do that as well. But you got ancestral wisdom. So it's time for you to start learning about some of these ancient traditions. Look at some of these tribes. You can definitely learn a lot there. Studying tribes. You have passion, needing to follow your passion. Never doubt that you're on the right path if you are following your passion. You got indecisive right here. You also have, I pick up on the emotions of others. And like I said, again, with sights and visions, you're picking up on a lot of energy. So spiritually gifted wise, you're not really stagnant there. It's just you staying on your mission and staying focused on that. You have deny or refuse. So this represents opportunities for adventure coming into your life. So you may be thinking about some big ideas right now, like, let's give an example. May want to start a YouTube channel, may want to travel, may want to do different things, maybe wanting to set up a shop somewhere and sell some of your items, whatever it could be. It's basically like, don't deny yourself of those opportunities, because this is something that's being sent in from the heavens, from your ancestors. This is something that's going to grow into a tree, and a tree can outlive us. So that represents legacy, something you can pass on to your kids. That's why this card is so important. It's basically saying, don't deny yourself of the seed of growth. Whatever idea you have, live through it. See where it takes you. It also shows that you may procrastinate on future decisions. You're like, wow, I'm not getting anywhere. Well, it's probably because you're procrastinating on something that could get you somewhere. Don't procrastinate on ideas. Don't be indecisive if it feels right. If it feels good, go with the flow. And even if it don't, keep going, because you got haters in the building. So that means you got to stay on your grind, okay? All right, so that is it. I enjoyed you guys. Make sure that you comment below and see which one you chose and how it resonates with you, because I'm going to read it. All right, guys. Peace out.